It's probably been our most instant song to date. It's just been picked up right away. We were still in the studio when it came on the radio.
I think it's one of our strongest, if not the strongest track that we've done so far.
It's pulling influence from loads of different places, and I think it's it's a song that I'm really proud of. I'm skin and bone, dressed in sweat, I'm molten so you've got no regrets.
The Sonic Cookbook is all about finding out more about our favourite music. We'll pick a song in each episode by one of our favourite artists, and we'll speak about the influence and the production that's brought the track together.
Aye, he just wrote this part and it just sounded shit hot, you know, it sounded brilliant. We call them neck snappers.
Aye.
That's what we want, people just snapping.
Yeah.
On today's menu, the Sonic Cookbook, our recipe includes a meaty bass line, some flavoursome synths, jagged guitars and some well-cultured lyrics. With Hector Berserk's Skin and Bone, this is the Sonic Cookbook with me, Neil Wilson.
This is a journey into sound.
Sonic Cookbook. All you have to do is follow the recipe.
Give me about a half a teacup.
That's right, pour it in.
Of bass. This gonna taste alright.
The Social.
What a cook.
I'm down at Paul's Hall Studios with Hector Berserk, Louis and Audrey. Before we talk about the track itself, I want to just delve a wee bit into the series of EPs. You're 3/4 of the way through the Glasgow motto. You had The Bird That Never Flew, The Fish That Never Swam and The Bell That Never Rang. Am I right in saying that you chose to do EP releases to be a bit more experimental rather than be constrained by an album?
Definitely, yeah, because we had a lot of success kind of off the back of Nobody Seen Nothing, and we just felt like the follow-up, we wanted to be better than that, and we thought the best way to to improve our sound was to experiment, and EPs sort of give a good opportunity to do that.
It's been quite an exciting time trying new things. I think like some bands, after they record the first album, that's all the ideas they've got, you know, and I feel like we have a lot to offer, so we're still feeling our way around as well with these EPs, and this has been a very worthwhile process.
With this EP, The Bell That Never Rang, especially the track we're talking about, Skin and Bones, you've kind of took it back to that rap and drums, certainly at least on the intro. Was that intentional?
Aye, definitely. You want it to be strong. Drums are a strong instrument, so there's no point in playing like a bit soft on it. I like the beats to sound solid, and
we call them neck snappers.
Aye.
That's what we want, people just snapping.
Yeah, but I think you need to put a bit of feeling into it, so you want when people to listen, you want to be able to feel something, because it's live drums, it's not programmed, so I
think it's a really good dynamic. I think it's purposely starts off very calm and measured and grows into that kind of bigger choral sound. And I think with this we just wanted it to be straight hip hop, steady on the 4 beats, and lyrically just kind of slow down.
From the intro point of view, you've got the drums, the vocals, and then when the other instruments do start to come in, I think there's a bass, there's a synth in there as well. It's 1-2 notes at most. It almost to me sounds as though it's like an orchestra getting ready, you know, getting their bows strung across and just getting ready to kick in.
Yeah, I think dynamic is something that we specialise in. Most bands that we love have that. They have that control of just having moments where it's absolutely massive and then it comes back down again. And I feel like, especially in hip hop, that doesn't happen often enough. It's important just to take it on that journey as well. I see bands sometimes, other Scottish bands that I really, really like, but they're just too loud the whole time. There's too much in, it's just mud. It's just a big muddy wall of sound, whereas I would like to think that we have really worked at our live show and our craft and our recordings and purposely written in that style. So yeah, it's a deliberate crescendo leading up to the chorus. Nobody ever retreats like lads in the trenches. I'm skin and bone.
If If I'm right in saying, on that lovely climbing bass line that leads us into that first chorus, it's actually the only bar where that's the only instrument you hear. Because that bass line, I've got to be honest, it's one of my favourite parts of the whole song.
He gets a 1 bar solo in the whole set. Aye, he just wrote this part and it just sounded shit hot. You know, it sounded brilliant. You know, so I think like when you find a special part like that, it's really important not to overuse it and just to have it recur at just that 1 bar at the chorus come in, and I think it seems to get a really positive reaction. He gyrates to it as well, which is quite unsettling really. When you're standing next to him, he gets quite excited, but
it's a nice lead in as well. I think like after, like we've said, the kind of neck snapping verse, and then it's as if, like you're saying about, as if the orchestra's getting ready to play, and it's as if there's just that wee moment where they all lift their instruments and then boom, they get ready. And I think Fraser fills that wee space with that riff, and then everything comes in kind of a bit more pounding, I guess, for the chorus, and then with the vocal.
You're listening to the Sonic Cookbook, and we are with Louis and Audrey from Hector Berserk. Let's move on to the vocals for just a wee second. The vocals themselves, they are quite slowed down in comparison to a track like, let's say, Bury the Hatchet. I'm another man from another planet. Have a couple cans, get underhanded. Rap a couple grand, I'm a bandit. I'm a natural band. If anything, I'd say in some sense it's half sung, half spoken.
We wanted to start getting radio play elsewhere, out of Scotland, out of the UK, and I think it's a challenge for me as well. And we, as Glaswegians, naturally speak quite fast. So like, I think sometimes when people describe my lyricism, that's one of the first things that they say. But I don't feel as if I'm rhyming fast. But I definitely purposely tried to just pull back, and it's about the feel as well.
Agitated, we're the battery hens, ready to rise again. It's a non-event, cause 2 million Humpty Dumptys on the fence. It's common sense, common people are condemned while you keep in your bed with feeble friends at Kennedy Space Centre.
You know, the whole song's got that kind of pulse, that kind of steady beat, steady pulse to it, that it just made sense just to groove with it and let those kind of lines ring through so that people can react, people have time to let their mind react to it, to understand it and digest it and get the punchline. So I think in doing that and going from having the kind of raw Glaswegian vocal with purposeful references to things that people in other parts of the world understand, like I reference the Kennedy Space Centre because I know that people all over the world know what that is, rather than, for instance, referencing Sauchiehall Street, whereas it just has a much smaller scope to paint a picture in somebody else's head.
It's interesting to see how you've kind of developed that. I think maybe from a more hip-hop point of view, it's a kind of style that I think Nas used quite well. He wasn't a particularly fast or speedy MC.
Make me falling asleep, I keep falling, but never falling 6 feet deep. I'm out for presidents to represent me.
It's a maturity thing. You mature into learning that you don't always need to showcase how you can do multi-syllabic double time entendres, and like sometimes it's worthwhile just to hold back, just to have that calm and well, Nas is a great example of that. I think he's somebody who's been very controlled in his writing and in his performances, and he can do kind of double time MCing, but he much rather let the words resonate and come out quite naturally.
Generally speaking then, before we delve a little further into the track, what was going through your minds, your earphones if you like, your speakers at the time of writing and recording Skin and Bones? Did anything bleed into the stuff you were listening to, or do any other influences that you actively drew upon for this track?
Kind of reggae dub influence I think we were looking at.
Dubby thing?
Aye, like Damian Marley or something I think was in.
Oh, was that, wasn't it?
That was what I was feeling off it anyway.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
I think, do you know, see when we're sitting talking about it here, it's making me think it's just a better man up. because we done a song ages, like years ago, one of the first songs we did, Man Up, and that's probably what I was trying to get at with the production, was to make it a kind of indie thing. I was listening to Block Party at the time and all that, but I don't think we quite got there with it. Louis probably cringing at me now, but the reason that we did guitar mainly in the chorus was because I think the first time we actually played the song at a gig was acoustic. I ended up just doing the chords and the rhythm just sort of followed the drums, so it ended up being that kind of dun, 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 like triplets, and it sounded quite cool. So when we brought it into the studio, I was really struggling with it, and then Fraser was coming in to do some parts, and I was like, I'm going to just play this, and then of course one take he had it nailed, and then we just put a couple of sort of wee effects on it, but it definitely had that kind of, I think, a sort of jagged indie sound to it.
It's a riff to me that would not sound out of place in an Arctic Monkeys track. It's got that Crying Lightning era feel about it.
When I done the drums for Bury the Hatchet, it was influenced from playing a lot of, I had a pupil that was right into the Arctic Monkeys, so we were playing along. We wanted to learn all their songs, so which was good because it meant that I was learning as well. And I would try and take influence for that, so that makes total sense. Arctic Monkeys.
What I want to talk about now is the outro section of the track, because that's where I think the synths come into their own, really. They're disorientating, they're swirling, they're psychedelic even. To me, it sounds as if, you know, that feeling you get when you spin round and round for ages and all the lights just blur. and even when you stop spinning and stand still, your head's still spinning.
Love it. Aye, I think you've just nailed it right there. That's my favourite part of music on the whole EP, actually. I think it's really interesting, and it's just great. I think it's just, I really enjoy listening to it.
I was so nervous about playing it. I think I'd done this just in here myself one night, and what I normally do is I just go through different sounds, and if I find a sound I like, I'll muck about and see if I get a wee... it's not a keyboard solo, but like a kind of synth lead part, which I guess we don't really do that much. And I put it down and I was like, yes, I'm loving it and all that. But I just really didn't know if the guys would like it, because sometimes some of the parts that I do don't always make it onto the songs, but you've got to just try
part
things.
Of being in a band, yeah. I think is like...
Oh, definitely, but it's just it's a funny way of working, I suppose, because it will maybe just be me sitting in here doing something I think is great, and then everyone's like, I'm not sure of that. So I'd done this part and I thought, well, there's no hiding place. That is an in-your-face part, so they're going to either love it or hate it. So I done it, I loved it, and then I sent it to the rest of the guys, and I was waiting now. We have a wee Facebook chat, and I was waiting. There's like the wee dots now when somebody's typing. I'm like, oh, what they're going to say? And thankfully, everybody loved it.
Where do you think this track sits in the back catalogue of Hector Berserk?
I think it's one of our strongest, if not the strongest track that we've done so far, and it's definitely one, when we're writing a set list, is always in it. Yeah. So I think it kind of conveys us as a band really well. So it's got obviously got hip hop influence, but it's got the kind of indie feel, it's got the percussion, it's got some dark synth.
It kind of goes a bit electro at the end,
so I think it's quite a good reflection of what we do.
It's pulling influence from loads of different places, and I think it's it's a song that I'm really proud of.
That's all for this musical recipe on the Sonic Cookbook. Check out the social for more and plenty more great content.
The Sonic Cookbook. This is gonna taste alright.
And now for my next number.
Wanna cook?